What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Sunday edition of All Day Insider. How we all doing today? We got 2 games left. That's it. So that's like half as many to talk about as we did last week, if my math is correct. We all love math around here. So we're down a guy, but that's only for a minute. It's fine. We got Phoenix, we got Sting, we have Blaze joining us. Just a moment.
I'm boycotting without Blaze. I'm sorry. I can't do this. I can't take the pressure.
True. All right. See you.
Bruh.
What up, Sting?
What's up, man? this is going to be a new frontier.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, you back? Everything good? All right.
Great.
What's up, everybody?
Not too much.
Are we ready for some football? I feel like it's Christmas, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so excited. Like
this
is going to be the best day. I don't care what happens. I don't care who wins. I mean, I want people to win.
Do.
No, I do. I mean, obviously I want people, like certain people to win, but like no matter what, if the other team wins, it's still probably going to be epic. You know what I mean? Because something crazy is going to happen.
It's going to be a good matchup no matter what.
I mean, either Brock Purdy's going to like show up and be like legitimately good and just be dropping dimes. And you know what I mean?
Right in the
just right into the Kittle basket, and Debo, like, I don't know, doing some amazing shit.
Can we talk about just interrupt you real quick?
Debo
ahead. Samuel is sick, dude.
Yeah.
He's good at football. I like that guy.
He is.
I like that guy.
You know what though? I feel like he's been a little absent the last few weeks though.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's just like you see a little less of him because you have C-Mac and you don't have to rely on him a whole the time.
Did you see that report that they elevated someone from the practice roster for running back because Christian McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell are both banged up?
Christian's fine. He practiced in full, took contact, and
I'm just saying that they did it.
Elijah though is a game time decision.
Great.
Either way, they still had to elevate someone because those two are such question marks.
Well, yeah, Elijah's like probably 70% out.
And then for the Chiefs, you got Limpy McGee over there at quarterback, and now Travis Kelce is game time decision now. Just like, what is that?
Why?
Back spasms in Friday's practice.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're going to lose either way. I think so. I don't think that game's going to be even close. I know that the line, I know that Vegas, I know that everyone loves the Chiefs.
Mahomes isn't going to let anyone blow him out in the playoffs.
Blah, blah, blah. Dude,
not going to happen.
Just watch. Just wait. I know you're a Chiefs fan, aren't you? I forget about your Kelce love.
I will say I am a Chiefs fan because my fiance grew up inside of Kansas City. So I'm just like by heart a Chiefs fan now, but I'm not at all saying like I give respect where respect is due. Joe Burrow is sick and he has a whole squad. So I just think Mahomes can pull it out if anyone can. I don't think anyone else would get in Burrow's way.
Right. I just
like if the Bengals if the Bengals go all the way or beat the Chiefs here, I don't think they lose in the Super Bowl.
I don't think so either.
Well, the Cincinnati mayor seems to think that Cincinnati is going to win after proclaiming Mahomes needs a DNA test because Burrow's his daddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that. That was funny. I don't know. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm glad it's the night game.
Yeah.
I want to get this stupid San Francisco whooping over with. Like,
oh please.
Like I said, if it happens the other way, then I'll give respect to Brock Purdy. Whatever.
Tell me what Jalen Hurts has ever done in a big game.
I don't care about anybody talking bad about Jalen Hurts.
In the national championship. After having,
I saw that you were on that. I saw that you were on that. Earlier.
Yeah, I saw that he was on that
too.
Like he forgets half the story.
But also
I know.
Oklahoma,
like
63-28 versus LSU. I mean, what do you do in that game? Nothing. Too.
Dude, I think that you're talking. I think that you're talking about two different quarterbacks right now because you're talking about a college quarterback who was under like Tua and all these other fools who are competing for a starting spot. And then now you're talking about Jalen Hurts, who's on like the best, who's behind the best offensive line in football, and who's had like premium coaching for like what 3 years now, 2 years.
My favorite part about all this is how I'm the biggest Alabama fan there is.
And you can just find,
and Phoenix is just saying crazy shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
So Georgia, all right, let's break this down. Georgia figured out the run, stopped Jalen Hurts. Tua came in, won a national championship, hit Devontae Smith in overtime, won the game, right? Next year comes out, against Georgia in the SEC championship. Tua goes down. Jalen comes in and single-handedly demolishes Georgia all by himself.
Yeah, it wasn't a national championship game though.
It pretty much was. They went on to crush.
It just wasn't though.
They went on to crush the next team. Georgia was the hardest.
Yeah.
Lucky I don't have Burrow's Lego. I really want it. I'm gonna get it eventually, but I just don't have it right now.
That was you're talking about the same year too that Blaze is here.
Blaze is here.
You're talking about the same year too that for some reason Kyler Murray won a Heisman Trophy. Nothing.
Yeah, I know. Right. And Kyler Murray sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
That shows even more how not good Hurts really is.
Dude, are we really talking about this? Are we really talking about this?
It's really bad.
I don't know that I can handle this. You're acting
like he's been great in every game this year. How many games has he had? 0 touchdowns and an interception and hasn't thrown for many yards. And seriously, look at how many good games he's had versus how many average games he's had. So do the math. He's going to have an average game at best.
The only games, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like they lost one game with Jalen Hurts. The rest of the games that they lost were with fucking whatever his name is, that horrible backup that they have. Right? Roy Minshew.
Yeah, something like that.
So I mean, like, say whatever you want. It's just a different guy. You're talking about a different guy in a different time of his life. And just like the people yesterday were trying to tell me that Lucky, do you want to get booted out of here? How dare you?
Yeah,
how dare you, sir?
How dare you agree with me? You're crazy.
No. I lost my goddamn train of thought now.
He's only thrown 6 picks all year long.
Well, he's due. Like I said, Dak was due for 2 or 3.
But what defenses have they
due
played?
for 2 picks today, and they're going to be at the worst possible times. There you go. There's my call.
Oh, that's what I was saying. That was like this person saying that Brock Purdy is going to be the 49ers starter next year. That's not going to happen. There's no way.
I actually disagree with that. I think Purdy does start.
After they get knocked out today, you think that they're still going to roll with Purdy? They're not going to like put in someone better.
I mean, that's
to start the season.
That's someone that went 7-1 though. It's sort of hard to just bench them. I mean, he might get benched early next year. I'm not saying you're wrong there, but I don't think you could just be like 7-1, not cutting it. That's a little hard.
Yeah, once teams have tape to study and they come out next year, we'll see what happens. But I don't think there's any way he's not the starter.
Yeah.
Game 1.
He'll be the starter in like preseason because that's what he deserves. I hate him. I hate him so much. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really hate him. But I don't think he's like great. He's okay.
I do have my Purdy listed right now.
Do you? I would. It's a good idea. I mean, they're going to get stomped.
I only did it because
What'd you list it
I
as?
realized that there's a cheaper option at San Francisco quarterback rare. Just need the Jimmy G. So
those $30. You're talking about for playbook though?
Yeah. So I just scooped that up.
Yeah, why not just get
take that peak, and then if they do happen to get eliminated, I mean, what Jimmy G's not going to drop?
No, I mean, even if he drops $10, who cares?
Right, versus the Purdy. So
50% gone. Yeah. $100.
But I do not think they're going to lose. I think we got.
You really think that the Niners are going to win?
Yeah.
Bro, I cannot wait for like 2 hours from now.
Versus Roy.
I cannot wait. This is going to be like the most. This day is better than Christmas.
Yep.
For real. I cannot wait for this day to be over with and for all of these people to just like have nothing to say. Yeah, we didn't really think Brock Purdy was going to beat Jalen Hurts and the Eagles.
Brock Purdy that does it for me. It's an actual defense.
It doesn't matter. He's going to get. He is going. I can't wait for Ndamukong Suh to like crush his skull in.
That guy's still around.
Yeah, dude.
I actually didn't know he played either. So that's fair.
Yeah, he's on the Eagles.
Is he? That's wild. Is Jordan Davis still playing? Is he hurt?
I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So what's up, everybody?
I just can't wait for it to be over.
Just wildness going on. Like Phoenix came in, first thing he says is like, "Oh, you know that MVP candidate? He's really bad."
Well, I'm not saying that. I think it's going to be a great game. I think that if you have to pick a team, I'm going to pick San Francisco.
So
I don't think I should be a slight against the Eagles necessarily, but
I actually think it's going to be a closer game than
right. I think it's going to be
making it out to be too. But
yeah, it's going to be a close game. I'm just saying that the Niners are going to lose. It's not going to be like the Chiefs game. The Chiefs are going to get blown out.
I think it's more likely that that game is a blowout than the
yeah,
game,
for sure. Yeah, 100%. Burrow's going to light them up.
That's my point. Like, I like that. Like, Wentz was an MVP on Philly, and Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. Like, that's the thing is Jalen doesn't have to play out of his mind. He just has to not lose the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, but that was also under a different coaching regime.
It is. So one of the things that everyone is like kind of not talking about is the fact that Brock Purdy hasn't really been tested yet, and that the only people who have tested him are the Cowboys, who sucked. Like, you get the Eagles defense going against Brock Purdy. You really think that that's going to end the same way? Like, do you think he's not going to get flustered if he throws a pick in the first drive? Or do you think he's not going to get flustered if he gets like his head crushed in like the first 3 drives? I mean, if they do it right, then you hardcore press him and Darius Slay gets a pick really quick, and you're going to get in his head and he's humble. Or he's going to show complete mental toughness and still finish the game out, and it'll be a close game. But there's a chance that if they get into his head fast, that they get blown out. I mean, it'll just be if they get into his head like they did with Daniel Jones. I get it. It's not the same team. I get it. Debo's great. Brandon Ayuk is like one of the best pass catchers ever, I think. But CMC will be like a non-issue, I think. Elijah Mitchell will be a non-issue. George Kittle, I mean, he's good. We'll see. He'll have a couple touches that'll be great, and then he might have like a touchdown or 2. But if you can rattle Purdy, I think that like the defense of San Francisco is good, but I don't know that they can keep up with the.
In order for San
Francisco, they have one of the best O lines too. Like,
in order for San Francisco to beat
about that.
Philadelphia, their defense is going to have to play out of this world.
Yes. They're also going to need some big plays from Debo, from C-Mac. They're going to
Debo's
going to need to take one of those little like screens or one of those little outs or slants 30, 40 yards down the field a few times, or break one for 60 or 70. And I think that's what I'm looking at. I think they have more big playability versus the Eagles than the Eagles have big playability versus the Niners, if that makes sense.
I can agree with that, because Debo and C-Mac are both electrifying as players, where like you can get that literally 0-yard screen to Debo and he take it to the house. Yeah. Philly doesn't really have that. AJ Brown and Devontae Smith thrive off the downfield plays. We know that.
Calculated, consistent, down the field, body.
But you have to give Brock Purdy wins when he's not making incredible plays. You have to let him sling it out to someone like Debo and say, "Do your thing." Like that's what they have to do.
But that's what it's gonna come down to, though, right? Is George Kittle, Debo Samuel, and Christian McCaffrey making plays. If they do not do that, if they can neutralize those 3 players, then it's over.
Yeah, but I mean I agree with you. I do agree with you. But it is tough when there's 3 of them.
It is tough when there's 3 of them. I think you put Darius Slay on Debo, and what?
I mean, you have to put Darius Slay on Debo, I would think.
Yeah, just shadow him the whole game. I don't know what else they could do.
I mean, I see them just going into. I just see them going into a tight zone and not letting anything get behind them. If they can just play up front, and if they can let Debo catch that little slant and tackle him on the spot and not let him get they just can't let people run free all in the back end.
Right. Like they can't let him get burned at all. So I think the hardest part is going to be having Darius Slay on Debo Samuel, and who's going to guard Ayuk and not let them get deep. Because Brock Purdy can throw the ball. I'm not saying he sucks. I'm just saying he's not mentally equipped to handle what's going to come at him today, is all.
Is Hurts? I'm just asking: is Hurts mentally equipped to handle the pressure?
I think so.
I think Hurts is more mentally equipped to handle it. It's just San Francisco's D is
either way. It's not proven though. Neither of them are.
San Francisco's D is nuts. We know that. Now, if Hurts isn't going to get rattled mentally.
If he gets hit hard by Bosa, he's going to be rattled.
No, he's not.
No, he's not, dude. He's bigger. Isn't he bigger than Bosa? Like, I want to see Bosa come at him and flip him over his back
one time, and he's going to be, ouch, my shoulders. Oh,
no, see, Hurts is past that point in his career. He's not going to get rattled like that. It's the fact that he just can't make actual mistakes. Like, if he makes the mistakes, they're not going to rattle him. He just can't do it.
Yeah, because there's no margin. There's a smaller margin for error, is all.
Yeah, and if like he's shown this year, like the games he has 0 touchdowns passing, right, and he has 0 picks in the same games. He runs for a lot because he doesn't make that one mistake of throwing into traffic. He just runs for 8, 10, sometimes 50 yards. He needs to do that. He needs to just take what he can.
It's not going to work in the playoffs the same way it does in the regular season when you're playing.
Absolutely.
To be fair, though, too, they're saying the same thing about Brock Purdy, is that he just doesn't make mistakes. True. It's not that he's great. It's not that he's great. He just hasn't made a mistake yet.
How many touchdowns has Hurts thrown for?
Oh God,
22.
And if you take Purdy over a full season, on pace for, 26 to 28, based on the time played.
Yeah, then take Jalen Hurts out for the 3 or 4 games he missed, and you're about
the same.
You're about even, right? 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that one's better than the other in that sense. I'm just arguing that look at
same amount of picks on Route 4, but you have a different game.
Well, Brock Purdy's on pace for quite a few more picks, but I mean, that's fine. The problem being is Hurts does sometimes force it. We see it from younger quarterbacks. Hurts is slightly younger, right? We see it from Trevor Lawrence. We see it from those quarterbacks that try to force that one play. If Hurts can pull the ball down and take 5 yards on the ground instead of throwing an interception, they win the game.
Look at Thug Life's last comment. They don't allow Purdy to make mistakes. That's 100% true. And I bet you the coaching staff is even telling him, like, if you get sacked for a loss, it's better than throwing the ball away and making a pick.
Yeah, I mean,
100%, right? I mean,
look at it this way: if you
look at the way he scrambles,
if it's third down and you get sacked or throw a pick, that's 30 yards that you're missing out from the punt that would happen, right? I mean, it's any little single thing you have to think of, like the field position game. I know people are like, "Oh, field position game, like it doesn't matter as much as it used to." In games like this, where the defenses are going to be stunning, yes, it does.
Yeah,
like you need to be able to punt the ball, pin them inside the 20. Get the ball back at the 50, repeat, push the ball down the field. I mean, look at the 19-12 game, Cowboys, San Francisco. Yeah. I could see this being similar. It's just who doesn't mess up. Dak threw 2 picks in a game where you only scored 12 points. You can't throw 2 picks. Like, I mean, it's that easy. So,
did Purdy have a pick in that game too?
No.
I
don't think so. No, he's only thrown 4 all year. I mean, but
he had a couple close ones where he shouldn't have made the throw.
And then he had that one that Kittle somehow caught after 14 years that Trayvon Diggs, if he would have just done anything right, would have intercepted. I don't know what he was doing.
Weird. Yeah, that was totally weird.
He was like waiting.
It was like they were just letting him run down the ball, run down the field, like bouncing the ball off his helmet a million times.
Dude, I love Trayvon Diggs, but he shies away from contact more than anyone I've ever seen. He could have laid his body into Kittle in that play, but he like waited to see if he could get the pick. He was standing completely still at some point during that play. And it's just like, dude, what?
Yeah, he's good.
He's too much hype, I guess, but I still like him. Yeah, but
I think that I don't know. I think Stephon Diggs is too much hype, but that's just me. Going down another rabbit hole.
We're going down holes now.
So
let's talk about the actual games, I guess, real quick before we get into moments. Let's just go through. I say we just say who's going to win and why, and we don't have to say each other's crazy, or we can.
Didn't we already do this?
Matter. We did already do this. But Yeah,
hey, you know what? Things change.
Yeah, I've sort of changed. I'll say that. My mind has changed after watching some stuff. Not on necessarily who's gonna win, but I guess like why it might not be as clear cut as I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'll go first. I don't care. I think the Eagles still win, but I think it's a lot less high scoring than I thought. And I think if any quarterback throws 2 picks, they lose. That's my either one. Doesn't matter.
Let's just call it turnovers. If there's 2 turnovers in the game, it might be the end. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
You got to protect the ball no matter what. Like, it doesn't have to be Jalen Hurts. Like, Miles Sanders could fumble. I mean, it's happened before.
Yeah, that is true. And then we'll just go back to back for the second game. I think I just want the Chiefs to win really bad, but I could see Cincinnati definitely just taking over that one. I'll say Chiefs because I want it to be, but either way, it's a touchdown game. I know it could be a blowout, but I don't think either of these quarterbacks allow it to be a blowout. So that's what I'll call it. But that one's going to be high scoring regardless. 35-28 range, I think. Yeah.
Roscoe buying Tony G Lego. Who's Roscoe? No bad wave. Who's Roscoe?
Yeah, who is that?
Who's next? Phoenix, you go. I want to hear your take.
Well, I got Cincy and San Fran. I mean, that's not changing. Still, Cincy, like 31-24 Cincy.
Yep.
San Fran, still think it's going to be a little higher scoring than we think. Just edging that over. Say 27-24.
I could see that. I mean, 3 touchdowns by each team and a field goal wins it. You know, like totally.
Yeah, like I said last time, I think Robbie Gould plays a major factor in this because I don't think he's ever missed a playoff field goal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you have a vet, I don't know. I see it coming down to like that late kick, late stop, late kick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be a San Fran blowout, but I think they're going to have enough big plays to win. I think it's going to be the big plays. I've been saying all along that I think it's going to be the Debo or mainly Debo, maybe C-Mac, but I see Debo having a big game. Like, I don't know. Like
Debo can have a big game against the best. So
I'm looking at San Fran and Cincy money lines with Chase over 80 yards and Debo over 70 for a nice little like plus 150 or 180.
Dude, that is one thing I was thinking about about Kansas City is I was like, man, I want Kansas City to win so bad, and then I thought to myself, who in the fuck is going to guard Jamar Chase? Like who? Who do they have? Like, good Jesus.
It doesn't even matter if they do guard Chase. Did anyone forget about T. Higgins? Or he really likes Tyler Boyd as well? Like, I'm sorry, but you have 3 really good receivers.
Isn't Hurst like good on their team now too?
Yes, Hurst is good on their team now.
Plus Mixon.
Like,
don't forget Mixon and
and Samaji.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that game being close only because of the defense.
I could see the offensive line for Cincinnati giving up some sacks.
Yeah, I was going to say the front 7 of Kansas City is going to have to play balls to the wall the whole time.
I could see that happening and that making it close because that's when Burrow gets shut down. He can have these 3 or 4 awesome drives, look like he's cutting through them like a hot knife through butter, and then all of a sudden he's getting pressured. He's not making the mistakes, but they're stalling, and now that field position comes in, and if you give Mahomes that field position, he's going to make that one throw that's just going to put them right in range or in the red zone. And that's what's going to make it close. You can't. Mahomes is going to be hard to put away. It's hard. It's going to be hard.
Mahomes has proven that.
It's going to be hard to kill him, no matter how well Burrow plays.
That's what I was about to say. He's proven that. No matter if they lose or they win, he doesn't get smashed like ever. He's the best quarterback. I mean, it's actually infuriating being a Kansas City fan because you go into halftime and the score doesn't matter. Because the last 2 minutes you're going to just be sweating the whole time because it's just like Mahomes furiously coming back and somehow winning. Like it's a mess, dude. It's every single time. But I mean, he does it, and he's one of the only ones that I could see. Like, you can go into halftime 28-7, and it just doesn't matter. I mean, because he's going to somehow find his way back into the game.
We've seen him down 4 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns, come back and win games, though.
Yeah, and if he doesn't win it, it's still a 6-point loss. It's just like he doesn't like to go down.
Sorry, Wrexham scored their second goal. I'm like stoked here.
Is it 2-1?
Yeah, it's 2-1.
Nice.
And I have them at plus like 1,400.
That's sick. Blaze, what you got?
Oh, I'm sticking with Cincy and San Francisco for sure. I just think that the passer rush that San Francisco has is going to put pressure on Philly, and Hurst can do his thing only so many times before he gets taken down. And that's going to set him back on drives.
Yeah, that's another big thing we haven't covered. Hurts is terrible in long situations.
Right.
He is. That is one thing, because he likes the 5-yard dumps and the big shots over the top. But if you're in 3rd and 17, you're not getting the big chunk.
That's surprising considering his receivers.
So maybe a Philly running back steps up, but I think that San Francisco is going to be able to sustain longer drives where that Philly defense grind out the game. Then Cincy side of things, like was already discussed, that offense just so potent. I don't see any game breakers on the Chiefs side of things where they're going to make an immediate impact on that offense, like on the San Francisco side of things. So,
do we see a world where Kansas City just says we're throwing it to Kelce 25 times to try to win the game?
I don't think he's going to be that much of a factor.
I think
it'll be hard for them to pull him out.
Good for that.
Yeah, blocking, and I don't know.
Cincinnati has a good defense.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're going to be able to do that. And Kelsey's not going to be able to catch 10 passes in a half again and be the focal point. And if he is injured even a little bit, he's not going to be that much of a factor. Remember, you also got to hobble Mahomes that if he tweaks that ankle, a high ankle sprain, one little tweak, and it's going to change the complexion of the game and him being in the pocket or being at mobility. If Kelce if his back is tweaked and he's not 100%, that's going to downgrade Kansas City's offense a ton.
Yeah.
Unless Nico goes sick and goes for 200 yards.
That's a crazy.
This is possible.
We talk about receivers like Tony, great, right? Jerick McKinnon is a great back out of the backfield. I love Pacheco, but you're not looking at players compare Kadarius Toney to Debo. They don't have the weapons like other teams do.
Kadarius Toney is the best receiver that they have. And I mean that says a ton. And that says a lot.
Yeah,
a lot about Mahomes.
And one day I could see Kadarius Toney getting on not a Debo level, but I mean the dude's big and he's physical, and I could see with some good coaching and good scheming that he could run and get that yards after the catch. You know what I'm saying? That dude's awesome. But right now in this stage of his career, he's not going to put up Debo level numbers. He's just not. So then you compare their wide receiver core or whatever, and then you have Brandon Ayuk. Who can you put on Kansas City that is anywhere near Brandon Ayuk's level?
I mean, we all thought Smith-Schuster could be.
Oh, he's horrible.
Nope.
He's horrible.
We thought MVS could be. Nope.
Horrible.
And
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I just think that they're in trouble.
I think even though he's struggled with injury all year long, I think McCole Hardman is the other best one.
That's probably true.
And he's not great.
No.
But Sky Moore was a complete bust.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you're looking at, I've been looking at mocks all the last week or so, and they have Kansas City taking any receiver that's available.
Yeah.
I mean, they need help.
Yeah.
They need, literally, if they had any quarterback besides Mahomes, maybe Burrow there, maybe one or two others, they're a 7-7 team.
Yeah.
That best.
It'd be bad.
That's and you have Mahomes' contract just eating the salary cap alive.
Right.
So what do you do there? Like, at some point, does he just go up to the office and be like, "Hey, pay me half so I can have people that play football on my team, please"? Like,
wouldn't that be awesome though?
Yeah, 100%. And
I mean,
to give him credit. I mean, like he won't do that, but I think if they ask him to, he would wants to consider it. He would just be like, "Sure." Like,
well, like that's a Brady move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brady did it his whole career. Oh, I don't want that big contract. I want to win. I want to win championships.
But to give Mahomes credit, they did structure the contract after this year. That cap hit goes way down. Mm-hmm. It's structured, spread out enough to where it doesn't really matter.
I mean, that brings up another interesting topic, though, is like, what's Burrow's contract looking like?
It's going to be absurd when he comes out of his rookie contract.
It is. But at the same time, though, doesn't that dude strike you as a guy who's like, you know what? I want to win. I don't care about making $300 million. I want to make $150 million, and let's put that into keeping like Ja'Marr Chase. And they're saying T. Higgins might be gone after this year.
I could see that.
So
Ja'Marr Chase isn't going anywhere.
Ja'Marr Chase isn't going anywhere. We already know that. But T. Higgins is a free agent and can go somewhere. So what do you think? I mean, do you think Burrow's the guy to be like, well, let's restructure my contract so that we can pay T. Higgins?
I think he might be forced to be that guy solely because, I mean, just Ja'Marr Chase situation. Ja'Marr Chase came out and said, I will not leave this team until Burrow does, if he ever does. So
right.
We know that it could be a possible situation where Burrow simply has to take a cut to keep Chase on his team.
That could be too.
So, I mean, like, and to have any supporting cast whatsoever.
Well, and let's think about it like this too. I mean, like we already said, if the Bengals get past Kansas City, which I think is a really good chance, right? I don't see the Bengals losing to either the Eagles or the Niners. I just don't see that happening. So you're basically looking at a Super Bowl franchise that's getting their first win this year. Next year, if they could keep T. Higgins, I think the entire team is the same.
Well, they keep him. They have him signed for next year.
Do they?
Yeah, he would be leaving after next season.
After next year? Okay, that's my bad. That's my bad. I thought he was leaving this year, like this coming year. So then I
think Boyd might be able to leave next year.
Yeah, but Boyd is just not as much of a, you know what I mean? Not as much of a factor as T. Higgins.
You say that though, but just imagine
having to guard all three.
Imagine Sky Moore being Boyd.
Yeah.
Then you just don't have a third guy you have to cover anymore. And the other two get clamped a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, but
I think it's easier to replace Boyd though.
It's easier to replace
100%.
Boyd. Yeah, for 100%. Sure. Yeah. I don't think you can argue that. But I'm just saying this would be the beginning of like a dynasty. You know, like for the next 2 years, if they win this year, something's going to have to really change next year for them to lose.
And I mean, they were one play away from winning last year.
They were one play away from winning last year. This year, they started off like pretty rough, and then they still built themselves up to this now. And as we can see, no one can hang with them.
Well, Chase was hurt for a while, right?
And Chase was hurt, and Burrow was like kind of banged up too in this season. So next season should be probably a mirror of this season, and it just comes to say like what's going to happen the following year for them, for anything to change that way. I don't know what Mixon and Samaje Perine's like
Mixon's getting
contracts.
Old, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know like what their like longevity and contract situation is looking like, but if you can replace a back like that with a back similar, then I don't really see too much of a problem there.
They can draft a back into that spot,
right?
Or pick one up that's like.
Mixon's not a free agent until 2025.
Okay, good. That's good. So then on the flip side, though, you look at the Chiefs, and the Chiefs have really like painted themselves into a corner because of what they did with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a great player. We already know that. But like, what is a great player on a nothing?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, right now. Yeah, right now.
Tom Brady in New England. He didn't have a single receiver, dude.
Yeah, no, for sure. So
wild.
They just made Patrick Mahomes like a number one quarterback in the league on like a mid-pack, mid-pack team. He
signed
has no
until he's
weapons.
36 years old.
Yeah, and he has no weapons. I just don't see it going well for them.
Yeah, Kelce isn't,
and Kelce's old.
He's getting old, but we have seen from tight ends, especially that play his style, he'll be fine for a while. I feel like
there's going to be
he's not going to be super. It's just his mental state of knowing where to be is so absurd. His actual physicality doesn't have to be tip top. It doesn't seem like. I mean, Gronk is a great example. He just always was open. Kelce could do the same thing. It's like I said, he's not a freak athlete. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do.
He knows how to get open.
No, I totally agree with you. So I don't see this. I could be totally wrong. And the only reason that I hope that I'm wrong is because if Patrick Mahomes goes to the Super Bowl, I'm hoping to see a bump in his Lego and I'm going to ditch that thing.
Also, one other thing. Do we go the other way around? Has anyone thought of that? Does any receiver? So I'm talking about let's just take one, for example, OBJ, or name another receiver that's on a terrible, terrible team or doesn't play at all. Regardless, do someone of that stature come in and say, I'll take less money to play with Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, you would think they would. I don't know who you would
I don't think there's any wide receivers like that available. Maybe Hopkins when he gets cut or traded from Arizona, which I feel is inevitable. Michael Thomas, I don't think is the type of guy to take less money.
No.
At this point, he's lucky to be in the NFL.
Right.
No, he'll get signed with another team, no problem.
You think so?
Over under with how many I have? It's not as many as you'd think.
I know you have 3.
I have. It is 3. Yeah, just 3. This one.
Shoot, I'll be right back.
Baker, Kelce. And then I have 2 more that technically aren't mine in my house, but we have a Tyrann Mathieu alternate Kansas City jersey and a Mahomes jersey somewhere. And I have a Kyle Pitts jersey. But we don't talk about that guy.
You have to mention him every episode, though. There you go.
At least once. There's my one.
Yeah. 33 for 33 with that one?
Also have a top Georgia jersey on my wall in the other room. So.
Another asshole. Oh, sorry.
Facts.
Yeah, facts.
Oh man. So let's see.
Hell of a player.
Moment wise, what are we looking at? How are we looking, Blaze, on the moment field over here?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, not good, boys.
I'm just kind of marinating. Like I said, that I noticed that Garoppolo was available for the San Francisco winning team QB, so I swooped in on that. But other than that, don't really have much.
My Devontae Smith row took a dive again. Hopefully that goes up if he scores and or they win. But
it's interesting. You can kind of see what people think is going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you can also see injuries taking its toll. I stacked Elijah Mitchell's, right, and he's still sort of hurt, so he just hasn't moved. I feel like if he was going off in these games, his debut would be way up. But it's just not working out that way. Also, don't know though, because is not a rare, so I don't think it matters that much.
It's harder to get movement on the ones with thousands and thousands of them, right?
Yeah, for sure.
One that doesn't have thousands and thousands is a damn Hendershot.
Yeah, I sold into the pump on that one.
Yeah, I just
imagine it trickles back down to around $20 or so.
Yeah, I saw it went up to 50 something and back down to 31 about 20 minutes later.
Was that 4? Is that the 4 badge one?
Yeah, but they took it out. They took it off the market and burned them all. And then they didn't tell anybody when it was coming back up. So you check a million times, and
Well, they said 24 hours. I assume, like, I wasn't really watching, but I assumed it came back at 4.
I missed it by probably 20 minutes, but when I checked and it was locked, and then all of a sudden it's unlocked. It's like, whatever, just first come, first serve. That's the way it is. They're at the right time.
I imagine there's a way that people scripted something to just always be trying to mash that button.
Yeah, I mean, scripts are real, so it's a problem.
Yeah, speaking of scripts, what's the script going to be for the NFL today? What's their narrative today? What are the refs going to do? We'll be able to tell by the first couple of calls, I think, or non-calls in the games to see where the games are headed. Though, to be honest with you, we've been able to do that every game so far.
Well, we'll see how badly they want Mahomes to make it, I guess.
I mean, I hate to say it that way, but I mean, obviously, the first half, starting with the Jacksonville Chargers game was, 7 non-calls. I mean, and it seems to just trend from there. When they want to make a call or don't want to make a call, or the play clock hits 0, how many times before they call it? It's like, whatever. We'll see.
To me, it's consistency. If they call it, if they are making non-calls on PI, like, it has to go both ways.
Yes, no, agreed. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Let them play or don't. One of the two. But yeah, we'll see.
Been very inconsistent this year.
Regardless of what happens, we'll have Twitter mafia out saying that they got cheated somehow. Yeah.
And we lost Sting.
It's all good. He just pressed the wrong button.
He's back.
Yeah, but we'll have Twitter mafia out there somewhere saying that their team got cheated, or there'll be screenshots of how is this not a hold? Like, it's whatever.
A call here and there is going to be missed. When you miss,
100%
in a row, and
when do you think
they go one side? They go to one side. I mean, it gets a little ridiculous.
When do you think that they're going to make every call reviewable? I mean, it's just so easy to do now.
It is so easy, but I mean, how slow would the game be?
That's
if you're going back and being like, that was a hold, like,
no, but I'm saying, like, all they have to do, though, because of everybody in New York watches the games, like the networks or whatever. So all they have to do is, like, basically hire someone like what's that dude that they always ask? Oh my god, I'm gonna blank on his name. I can't remember him. But they always have him on call. They always have him on call. Oh, was that a blah blah? And he's watching it on a booth, and he's like a head analyst or whatever, head officiant, and he could just be like, yeah, that was a bad call. It was this, and they can just overturn it. It happens instantly.
You know what, though? I hate having them having that guy there, because you know what?
Why? You want all these bad calls to determine games? That's horrible.
Well, no. Are you talking about the guy in the booth, like talking?
People get away
announcing the game.
Not announcers.
The game, or the one actually. No, I like the one that they're actually having review the plays and be.
Yeah, what's his name?
But the announcer, I don't like that they have, like, they go all the time. The announcers go all the time. Well, hey, what do you think of this call? And it's like an ex-referee when they're giving their opinion of it. It's like, dude, you're adding like fuel to the fire here, because you're going to take their side and be like, oh, well, they're told to do this by the NFL. You're covering your ass is what you're doing. You're not doing something for the audience.
The only way.
Okay, so Mike Piera and Gene Steratore are both ex-officiants, and one of them is the vice president of officiating. Okay, you're telling me that those guys can't have a say in being this guy's wrong. I'm going to overturn this call.
I think it just causes more shit. Honestly.
I don't. Not when it's super obvious on the jumbotron and the whole entire stadium screaming that they're wrong.
Yeah, but it's too many times you hear, well, they're told to look at this, or what was the one catch last week that was like 9 in the 10 times it's called a catch, and then it's like, well, did he really have control when he went to the ground and rolled over 16 times and was pinned against his stomach? It's like, really? Do we have to go under such a fine microscope? Dude caught the ball, dude didn't catch the ball. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's like, I don't need analysis from a third-party referee, whether he's the vice president or not, going, well, that if they see it from here, then you don't need analysis of a guess. It's like, Really? What are we? What are we doing?
There's only a couple ways. I mean, in live, you can do it one of two ways, right? You could have the refs be paid a lot of money, and then if they make mistakes, you fire them right out the gate. So that could solve it, I think. Or you could have sort of what Sting's talking about, but I think the only way to do it would have someone watching, or multiple people watching the field and throwing, like literally calling for flags to be thrown in real time. You couldn't replay it every time, or like have it go back and like reviewed and overturned, just because the length of the game would be so long. But the problem is, if you look at every play, I could go and watch film. An offensive lineman holds a defensive lineman 95% of plays. You just can't throw all those. Like, and some of them,
nothing would ever get done.
No, some of them end up mattering and some of them don't, but you don't know that when the hold's going on. You can't throw the flag and then it'd be an incomplete pass. It'd be like holding. It would be 480 on some. You just can't do that. Like you have to call the really, really, really obvious ones. And you have to let some slide, and that's all up to human judgment. And it's just never, you can't have a replay booth saying that's a hold, throw a flag. It would be every play. Like you literally can't do that. So
that's true.
How about VAR like soccer?
I've seen that.
I mean, honestly, just that seems like a better option for like major, calls. Like, I mean, like a face mask. Like if it's going to be a 15-yard penalty or like a blatant pass interference where a guy's got a handful of jersey where somebody was shielded from and it can't see it, which happens all the time, and the receiver's being impeded. And when it's an obvious blatant call like that, so take 15 seconds, buzz the referee, and it's a late flag. But that seems more like a logical solution to the problem, where you have a group of people watching every game and making these, assigned to these things, making that call. It's how many times
it's definitely going to be a problem.
I'm taking end up the wrong way, and they don't call it because the ref just couldn't see it from that angle.
Yeah, Thug Life. What are you talking about? What Lamar situation?
His contract.
What about it?
Well, I think it's up after this year. Like he's a free agent.
It is up after this year, but I'm just wondering if something else came out. Because they've been talking about it for, like literally a year and a half. I'm just wondering if something else was divulged. Because they say that he's going to stay, but that could all be smoke and mirrors. They just want him to stay. If they're not, that dude, so that's a dude who's not going to take a pay cut for a better team. He wants $300 million. That's what he wants. I don't think he's worth it. So
no, whatever. I was about to say, does Lamar just go away?
Yeah, 100%.
I think so, right?
He's not worth it. He should. I mean, whatever. I would if someone wanted to give him that much money, then let them. I'm not going to give it. If I'm Baltimore, I'm not giving it to him.
They've built their whole offense around him, though.
Whoop-de-doo. They have no offense. They have zero offense.
They're
idiots.
Can't argue with that.
They have Rashad Bateman as their number one wide receiver who's out. Like, good job building your offense around him.
Yeah,
so what are you going to give him all the money?
He's just
that you can
a
afford?
worse Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, for sure. I think Lamar sucks, but that's just me. I've totally done a 180 on Lamar. I love
my crazy thing about
the season
because
he has so much potential, and you thought that he was going to go off and play crazy because it was his contract year, and he was a complete letdown. He's a crybaby.
The thing about Lamar Jackson is I don't know why no one caught on to this the whole time. Like, he was super hyped coming to this year. He was hyped last year. He was like as athletic as he is. And I'm not knocking his athleticism. He's a freak athletically.
Yeah, sure.
He can't throw the football. I don't know why no one caught on to that.
No, he can't
like,
throw.
You're a quarterback in the NFL and you can't throw the ball.
No, and he's made of glass.
Like, I don't understand why
they call me Mr. Glass.
I also don't think he was actually giving it his all this year because of the contract situation. I think he honestly was trying not to get injured.
No,
more than actually ball out. I mean, that's just my opinion. And
100% over Lamar.
I mean, I don't know if I was in this situation and I saw everybody else getting $300 million, and I'm in a situation. I'm trying to avoid injury and I'm trying to get through the season, because if I get through the season, even if I'm average, I'm still getting $250 million from somebody.
100%.
Now he's not because he got injured.
Silver Stacker, I bought a Lamar Lego and I traded it away. So I already went down that road. Lamar sucks. I have no stock in Lamar whatsoever. I have like 6 of his commons because I had it for my base sets, and that's it.
Wrexham 3-2. Came back.
He's so stoked, dude. He's so happy about soccer.
He is. Soccer is the dumbest sport ever.
I actually love soccer.
I know you do.
You want to do a soccer podcasting?
I would have to like literally learn everything.
Chelsea, baby.
I can't believe Devontae Smith's Lego is $2,400 right now.
Devontae, is it? That's his debut, right?
Yeah, triple badge. It's a lot of money.
He's good, dude.
I know, but it was like $1,400 a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, ugh, that's rough.
Should have bought it there.
Yeah. I should have bought that over Lamar when I had the chance, and I didn't, and I bought Lamar instead, and then I traded it away because he sucks.
You know how many of us had 20 Lamar debuts?
Yeah,
I still got like 12, I think.
and it just keeps going down and down, like it's flirting with
be
9.
Like Gronk.
Yeah,
It's like
flirting
Gronk.
with 9 right now.
Like, please, like, come back in some game in 14 years so I can sell this, please.
I paid $300 for one of his comments. I have number 15.
Yeah, I have a bunch of double. That was me and you were looking at all those double digits and going back and forth with him and Allen.
Yeah, it's brutal.
That's brutal.
It's fucking brutal, man. But speaking, kind of bringing it back around to all day though, there's some deals out there right now, and I've just been waiting. I haven't bought shit except for today. I bought a what's that dude on the Jets? His rare that just came out.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I just bought that for $38. That thing's fire, dude. I love
that.
Yeah,
dude, that plays sick.
That's so nice. I just love how he breaks that guy's ankles, dude. Like,
wait till next week too, or not next week, next season when he goes absolutely ballistic. Yeah, he's gonna have a quarterback. He's gonna have a new coaching staff.
Even if it's Derek Carr, I'm still stoked because Derek Carr will play the whole season and he won't complain. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just so much better than Zach Wilson that it's ridiculous. And I mean, obviously Joe Flacco, is what Joe Flacco.
You know what? I'm going to retract my statement and say, because I know he's an athletic dude, and I know with that young offense, it might be fun to watch, but I would take Lamar Jackson there. I would. I wouldn't love it, but still better than Zach Wilson.
Well, you just don't even have to worry about that because Lamar Jackson wants $250 million and the Jets don't have it.
Well,
who are they paying though? I mean, realistically, like, everyone's on a rookie contract that's worth anything.
I mean, Tua's still in the concussion protocol, so might as well go to Miami.
Did you guys see that thing that I posted in the chat that said that Tom Brady is absolutely not going to Miami after all this like hoopla, that Miami is in no way in pursuit of Tom Brady?
Who is he even rumored to go to? Just Las Vegas now?
Vegas, Miami, or the Jets.
Well, Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay put a statement out they don't want him back, didn't they?
Really?
Yeah, they said they would rather move on than stick with Rodgers or something today, unless it was a meme.
I got meme before on this show.
No, I'm just saying I saw something posted. I don't know if it was a meme or not. I'm not.
Also, that's a good. I like what Silver said here. I have the Josh Allen Lego from the premium pack. It's not going to sell at $1,800. Is Josh Allen another sort of goes away?
100%.
I got rid of that Lego. Thank you, Sting. You made me an extra $700 on that Lego.
I got you, bro.
Thanks. Good looking out.
Like, I feel like
in all sincerity though, we were talking about that, and I just had a feeling. I mean, I knew that they were going to lose to the Bengals, but at the same time, I just knew that it would be Josh Allen's fault. Like, you know what I mean? He's just
bad, bro.
He's just not. I did say it. Like, he's just not good enough to carry a team, and you saw it with Stephon Diggs on the sideline screaming at him. Like, they don't like him. It's not like they're rallying behind him like they do with Aaron Rodgers or Brady. He's not like that leader guy. He's the guy who's like, I have to do everything myself. I'm going to put this whole entire thing on myself, and I'm going to crumble.
Yeah,
Every time.
I don't
choke
think
artist.
he's as good
Biggest choke artist.
as many people thought he was.
No. I think that he hit his peak is all. You know what I'm saying? He was down here and they did all this work with him and he was rising. Well, he hit his peak. They're not going to win a championship with him.
I will say his peak
like,
is higher than
surprise.
most people.
Oh, so it was
of course.
So that Aaron Rodgers thing was an hour ago. Sports Illustrated and Yahoo both reported that the team wants to move on from Aaron Rodgers.
He's a Jet. And he's going to have a squad.
If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets, I will be a Jets fan. I'm not even fucking kidding, dude. Like, the Jets are good. Robert Saleh is amazing.
Being a Dolphin fan, I would root for the Jets over the Patriots and the Bills. How's that?
That's hard for me. That's hard for me because, okay, I really think that with the rehire, I guess we could call it, of the OC for the Patriots, that I think Mac Jones has a great fucking year next year.
He's going to go nuts with their
I bought 20 of his comments in hope of that. The reviews.
Dude, I'm with you. I'm all in on Mac Jones next year. I wish that I would have bought his legendary when it was cheap enough to buy. I'm not spending $1,400 on it. It just as like a hedge against a bet. I'm not doing that. But at the same time, I think that if they can get Mac Jones's head straight, that the Patriots might be dangerous. They could be. You know what I mean? Ramondre Stevenson is a great back. I love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's good.
And I don't really know. I'm not too up on their receiver core right now.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
Hot garbage.
But, like, if they were to pick up,
they got Devontae Parker as like their big pickup. Like, that's not good.
I know, but like, what's their draft position like, and what's the wide receiver draft looking like this year? You said you were looking at it. Is it horrible? I mean, is there anybody they could get?
Kayshon Boutte.
I
like Boutte.
I think there's like 4 receivers that'll go top round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's just stick
two
a
of
pin
them.
in that,
two
though.
of them unattainable by them.
Yeah. Yeah. So stick a pin in that and realize that, you know, I'm a Patriots fan, but that the Jets are stacked. And if they got Aaron Rodgers, that's like if they would have drafted well, if the Packers knew how to draft at all, which they don't. And they had Garrett Wilson, even just Garrett Wilson.
The big thing with Green Bay is because of the way they're owned, they don't go into the free agent market and splash on the big names at all.
Mm-hmm.
And they always try to do it through the building that average to above average, grab all those average to above average players and make a team out of it and not make that huge splash. And I think that's the one thing that's hurt them because, you know, I mean, if they had made that big splash, you think it would have made a difference in Aaron Rodgers' career?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I could totally see. I could see with what the Jets did this year with the fucking horrible quarterback room that they had. If they put Aaron Rodgers in that system, Aaron Rodgers can still play. Aaron Rodgers isn't like Brady right now. Brady play. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's 5.5 years younger than Brady.
Yeah, I know. That's what I know. Yeah. But that aside, like if you put Aaron Rodgers in the Jets, I think that they go like at least to championship level. I don't know if they get over that hump because you got the Bengals and you got, you know, the Eagles and there's just a whole bunch of other teams that are like rock solid right now. But it's not like you have it's not like you're putting Aaron Rodgers into a Chargers situation like Herbert's in. Herbert's going nowhere. T-Law could go somewhere because that whole team is young and there's so much growth that could happen there. That I think they
have a better year than they had this year.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're like one step away too. But the Jets could get there with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they need Breece Hall healthy too.
Yeah, Breece Hall healthy. I mean, that's a major part of it. But even then, without Breece Hall healthy, they had a run. You know what I mean? Like if they had a QB, they were right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't put that's a baller move right there, and they're saying that that's a possibility because isn't that what happened with Brett Favre? Didn't Brett Favre go to the Jets before he went to the Vikings? Yeah, he did. So they were saying like, oh, Aaron Rodgers, it's such a story. He's going to follow Brett's path, but I really like that Aaron Rodgers Jets pairing, more so than like him going to any other team, because where the hell is he going to go?
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to go to the Raiders.
Let's sum it up by saying, what moment do you need for these 4 games, right? One moment, take your pick. I'm guessing
100% Thug Life. You're right, Thug Life.
Yeah, right. So I think we're going rares is the way to go. Just if I'm being honest. So let's go with what rare would you grab for these 4 games? Now, people are already thinking off season and might not buy a rare at all, but that's fine. That's fine. We're just going to go with what rares would you get? And I am going to take my time and look for a second. So someone go first.
I think you got a hedge, and I have keeping my Mahomes and Burrow. I'm going to try and get rid of the other 2.
So you're just going basically that one game?
That one game, yeah. Keep that I'm rolling. Have one for the Super Bowl either way too.
Yeah.
And I think whoever comes out of that game is probably the winning the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. Phoenix, what you got?
I don't know. Maybe I think everybody should go out and buy a Burrow rare.
It's so inflated right now.
Yep. Everybody should go out and buy it.
Yeah.
I may or may not have one for sale, so go buy it.
May or may not just be trying to help myself here.
Yep. But it may or not be a really low serial number for a really good price. So go buy it.
Sting, what you got?
I bought that Garrett Wilson because that play is just amazing. And I have 2 Mahomes debuts that I want to get rid of. I have a Mahomes Lego that I want to get rid of. I'm not buying any stock in Mahomes ever again.
This isn't what you need to get rid of.
I know
what you would want.
I know. So, point being, if I were to get rid of that stuff, I would buy 2 Joe Burrow Legos. But that's just me. And then I have a stack of like 10 Burrow debuts. And I have the Burrow Draw It Up. And I don't have his conference championship one though, because I think that one is way overinflated. 245. That's way too much for that set. Having that. The other one I like is the Miles Sanders locked in for $48. For some reason, it's going down right now. I don't know why. It's a Series 2, which sucks, but I still like Miles Sanders a lot. That Dallas Goedert at 155, as we all know, that Dallas Goedert debut has been needed a lot. The Jalen Hurts at 179, 343 mint. If they win today, that thing I think goes over 200. For 179, I think. Hold on, let me double check it. It's still at 179. It's a little bit inflated. The average sale is 155, but because it's a draw it up and it's only 343 mint count, I like that a lot. If you want to spend a little bit extra, plus it's an awesome Skinny Pete grab.
Good old Skinny Pete.
Good old Skinny Pete, and yeah, I'm still loading up on. As many Jamar Chases as I can. The triple badge. I mean, it's a triple badge. It's only $20. Come on.
That's true. So I think if I were to take one moment right now.
Sorry, I did like 20.
No. Because mine is 3. I think so we all know it's going to be someone that scored a touchdown. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be one of the things you need.
So Chase, like 100%, right?
Right. So you can buy the Chase, right, for $100 or however much it is. Or you go, I'm saying if Kansas City goes on, you're in a great spot. If they don't, you sort of lose out a little bit. But there's 3 Kansas City receiver rares sitting at like 35. One of them has to score. Tony's there. Juju's there. McColl's there. They're all right around like the 35 mark. So you can spout. You can take the one that.
The last time there was a McColl sighting.
No, I know. I understand what you're saying. But I'm saying one of them is going to score. So you can take your pump and sell and then just have the other 2, right? Yeah. Or you can spend 90 on Chase, and then the crazy part is he just doesn't hit, and you're sort of in a lot of trouble.
It would be really hard for Chase not to hit today, I think. Right?
100%.
Unless he gets hurt, he's going to be huge.
Shut up! I'm so sick of us jinxing things on this show. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Don't ever say that again.
If he Remember last his week? Leg.
Yeah, if Chase goes into
Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback ever. He's gonna go ballistic today. Throw for 400 yards, run for 100 yards. He's not gonna have it. He's not gonna have any completion. He's gonna be so awesome today that Eagles fans are gonna like just bow down and
real quick with whatever happening with Stingray or Phoenix is wild, but.
I'm blowing him up, so he just sucks today.
This Jalen Hurts team, Mel, I'm watching it for the first time right now. Why is AJ Brown that open at the beginning of it?
He pushed the defensive back down.
Jesus.
You know that Chase Claypool draw it up is $3? Jesus Christ. Some of these moments are so stupid. These draw it up moments are so stupid, but some of them are so fantastic.
Well, I think right now you're
seeing set. Like it's the dumbest set ever, but I love it.
I think you're seeing them force out a bunch of garbage ones because they know people are going to do it because of the leaderboard.
Oh, look at the rewards coming up.
This is a great point. There's an advantage for the season 2 Miles. If they win, they get a Super Bowl trophy, and I guess that won't be the case for the Eagles Super 1. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is true. So all the Series 2 moments will get badges.
Yeah. Oh, I have that Miles Sanders already.
Never thought about that.
I was lucky though, and I packed it, and I just never sold it. That was one of the ones I never sold. Actually, you know what? I didn't sell any Eagles moments this year just because I was riding that train and seeing where they went. Like my Jalen Hurts, if he hits in that Series 1 locked in, that's what I have of him. I mean, if he hits, I am hoping he goes to like 250. I would sell him then, but I'm not going to sell him for like 200. I'll just hold on to it because I like that locked in set.
If San Francisco wins, do they do a craft for C-Mac so that he gets the championship moment? Because they're not going to give it to his Carolina one.
He already has a San Francisco legendary.
Oh, right.
Yep.
So, yeah, he'll have that. But knowing what they did last year, they will craft one for him.
They won't give it to his Carolina one?
Well, it wasn't Carolina that won.
Yeah. That's a good point. I just don't know if it works that way. I don't know if it goes to the player regardless of what team they're on. Because, like, for instance, they still meet challenge requirements even though they're not on that team. Right? So, like,
that's true.
How does it work there?
Right. I'd be curious if there's any examples that we can look at from last year.
Isn't there?
I can filter it right now by that badge.
There's got to be someone on the Rams that got traded, right?
I'm filtering it by the badge to see if anyone.
What a horrible story what the Rams are of after what happened to them last year. Just a complete fall off.
Yeah.
It looks like every single person that has the championship badge from last season is wearing a Rams jersey.
Yeah.
So
you know what that makes me want to do? That makes me want to sell that Christian McCaffrey rare that I have that's the Panthers one, because that's just a useless moment, and it's stupid that he's on the Panthers in that moment.
Well,
it's just $73.
I wonder if they turn it into a craft where it involves burning that one, so you can get a San Fran one.
That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
A nice little wrinkle thing.
Nice little twisty.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I like that idea. But I don't know. Should I sell? Oh, I'm asking you guys honestly. Should I sell that McCaffrey $73? I think I packed it.
I'd wait until after the game today. I mean, especially.
But then it's going to go to $40.
goes to
Not if he gets
150.
100. If he gets 100
Yeah.
yards,
Oh, if he gets 100 yards,
burnable.
then
Yeah,
he's
even
needed.
if that's the thing is
blows
like,
up, yeah.
it's a good hold because like that's like me last week. I thought Dallas was obviously going to win by a ton, but even though they didn't, my call on the CD was still tripled in price because he hit
Right.
100.
Okay.
So like even if McCaffrey or even if San Fran loses, you have a chance that double your money on McCaffrey because not a lot of people are going to go over 100.
Nice.
There's only 4 games. So.
Good job. Good.
Or 2 games.
Good looking out. I like that.
Good.
And then I guess if they do lose and he doesn't get 100, then you're looking at a hold for next year.
Right.
So
the thing that's super weird to me right now, I get it that it's a debut badge, but no one cares about debut badges, and I get it that it's Series 1 over Series 2, but the AJ Brown launch codes for $8.99 is 142 right now, and then the AJ Brown Draw It Up that has 434 mint is only 94. I think
you buy that one all day.
Yeah, I think that's really, really, really undervalued.
I think so too. And that's another one that if he gets 100 today, I think his moments like skyrocket compared to what a lot of other people would.
Yeah.
Because 94 is like
if he gets
nothing.
a touchdown.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Compared to a lot of these other moments. But I think we're out of stuff.
Yeah, there's only 2 games. It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. But I hope everyone here wins. Okay.
And regardless,
okay.
everyone have a great day regardless, because this day is going to be fucking amazing.
It's going to be fun.
These games are going to be, we're going to be yelling at each other and talking shit.
Dude,
And we only talk shit.
I don't like Brock Purdy, but I'm going to
be.
be cheering him on because like I hope he still does well.
I know, right? Like, and if he does do well, and say they like blow out the Eagles, it's gonna be an amazing story. I mean, how could you not root for that guy? This little kid running around with his little flex. I don't know. He's just so weird. Like he's
just a weird little thing.
He's just this weird little guy. But like at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's a cool
cute little guy out of Iowa State.
Yeah, this cute little guy. I mean, he's injecting heroin into his arms every fucking play when he's fucking. I don't know what the hell that's about.
I think it's supposed to be ice in his veins. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, but why does he need to inject it? Like I don't know. Whatever.
It's just
I don't know. It's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be a fun day for sure. I
can't wait till Brock Purdy comes out next year and he has.
I woke up at like 6
shield, and he's just
Elijah Mitchell out.
Oh my god, my moment.
Elijah Mitchell's out for sure.
Who's active?
Watch my moment. I bet it's already.
Who did they activate? I said that at the beginning. I told you that they activated someone. I don't know. I don't even know who he is. Dude, the Niners are done. I'm sorry. Let's just go. Let's just get this game over with, please. An hour away.
Mitchell's not big nothing burger for that offense.
Yeah, he's not that good. I'm just really glad I own 17 of his moments. It's perfect.
Dude,
Jesus. I can't even hold them for next season. Like this is his shot was this year, and now it's just
let's fucking go.
I cannot
wait for this shit, dude. I can't. They're gonna come out and just if the Eagles put their foot on the gas like right away, like boom, hit Brock Purdy a time. Let's just see what happens. I just see a huge crumble.
Why is Peyton Hendershot at $35? Can someone explain that real quick before we go?
They burned all of his stock.
How many did you get?
There's only like 1,300 left.
Why did they burn them?
Please?
I already had one. I sold it.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Why did they burn them all?
There's some kind of content in there that is not appropriate, apparently, in some manner. I have no idea what. Some people think it's the blockchain.com.
It's the Salvation Army.
Yeah, or the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army kettle is in a bunch of other videos. It just must be who's actually in it.
So they were saying that you're using our name for whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But like there's other ones where you
like...
can clearly see even the wording, the Salvation Army
really
on the kettle. But in that video you don't see the words.
But I mean, but why did they not burn 1,300 of them?
Because people already
have them. Because we own them. They're in our collections. They can't take them.
They burned all the ones that they held.
Which
Now,
I mean,
I'm gonna go back and watch
So
this
that's
moment
like-
400 times and like see like there's gonna be like a naked dude in the background.
Right.
there's
It took
Yeah,
me
the fact
forever
that they
to
haven't-
see the blockchain.com advertisement. Like
the fact that they haven't said why they've done it is annoying to me. I don't know why.
well,
but-
they probably aren't allowed to say why.
Really? You think so?
That'd be my guess. It's like that would be in and of itself, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
They don't want to come out and be like, because blockchain.com is in this, we
Right.
took it out because then they're just like putting that name that they want to hide out into the world again. Like that's
Well, the whole
opposite of what they wanna do.
blockchain.com being in there doesn't make any sense. So, and because the blockchain.com is a sponsor of the stadium.
Oh, I'm not
correct?
saying that's why. I'm just saying if that
No,
were to
no,
be
I know.
why.
I'm saying, I'm just
Well,
saying
there's
this as a
other
side note. Like,
One clearly see that same thing in the background, like
yeah,
on the.
you got to watch it. That's your homework, Roy. Watch that and figure it out. Because
I'm watching
is
it
there a
right
naked
now
dude?
over
Is
and
there
over.
a naked dude?
There's
in
got to
the
be like a girl that
Or a
flashes the
chick
camera,
flashing?
right?
Yeah,
That's got to be what it is.
Something.
I've watched
Because
it 5 times so far.
the other excuses.
If it
make
is
no
something like
sense.
that, imagine how valuable that moment suddenly becomes.
Oh, I know. It's going to be amazing. By the way, I'm up to 14 Jalen Reagers. I like it. Like it.
You know,
Getting up
Peyton
there.
Hendershot sitting in the background, like, yeah, did it. I
Fuck
can't
that guy.
pause it. I'm trying to. There's got to be someone just in the nude.
I don't know. It makes no sense. Or like, does someone have a gun? I don't like something stupid. It's something stupid like that. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see anything. I just don't.
I don't either. Everyone here, report back next Wednesday.
Yeah. This is our
Report
homework.
back and tell me why this is happening. And if it's just as simple as them getting into the stupid kettle pot, then I'll be bummed out. It's got to be deeper than that.
Yeah. 1995 Thug Life. I posted it earlier, but there's zero chance of Tom Brady going to Miami now. They've released it. Just so you know about Waddle's triple badge.
All right, guys, we're out of here.
Let's peace
It's
out.
been fun. Everyone, do your homework. Find out why Hendershot is banned, and we'll have a good time. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Elijah Moore, $3. Jesus.